Many people say they want success. Many people say they're ready to change. But the truth is, very few are truly committed, because commitment isn't glamorous. It isn't loud. It doesn't shine in the spotlight. It grows in silence, in those early mornings when the world is still asleep and you choose to rise, in those quiet nights when no one's watching and you choose to keep going. This isn't just about fitness. This is about building a version of yourself that doesn't give up, even when no one claps for you. It's about the kind of discipline that feels lonely, but leads to greatness. If you're tired of starting over, maybe it's time to stop giving up. Because real change doesn't start with motivation. It starts with quiet, unshakable commitment. This will change how you chase success forever. I want you to believe, truly believe, that no matter where you are right now in your life, it doesn't have to define where you're going. You may be standing in a courtroom, misunderstood, judged, and feeling like the whole world is against you. You may be trapped in a cage, not just of steel, but of your own mind, your own regrets, your own past. You may be out there on the basketball court or on the football field, down by 40 points at halftime, everyone counting you out, doubting your strength, your will, your spirit. But hear me loud and clear. It is not the man who starts strong that inspires the world. It is the man who comes back, round after round, despite the punches, despite the bruises, despite the pain, the one who may have taken a beating physically, but still refuses to break mentally. He rises again and again, not because it's easy, but because something inside him won't let him stay down. And when that man comes back and puts on a show, not for the applause, not for the crowd, but for the fight itself, that's when something shifts. That's when it becomes more than just a game, more than just survival. That's when it becomes personal. That moment, when he stood tall after the storm, when he kept going when every reason told him to stop, that's all I needed. That moment lit a fire in me, a reminder of who I am and why I started. And now, whenever I feel strained, whenever I feel like the weight of the world is pressing on my chest, whenever I'm overwhelmed and close to breaking, I don't look at what's missing. I don't focus on what's wrong. I turn to gratitude. I go over every little thing I still have, every reason I'm still standing. Because gratitude is powerful. It calms the chaos, it quiets the noise, and it reminds me that even on my worst days, I still have something worth fighting for. Stress, all day long. It weighs on your shoulders like a mountain. It wraps around your chest like a chain. But even in the thick of that pressure, even when your thoughts scream louder than the world, I want you to pause and remind yourself, you are a champion. Not just in name, not just in desire, but in how you think, how you fight, how you rise when life tries to crush you. Think like one, walk like one, act like one, because deep down, inside every single human being, yes, even the ones who doubt themselves, there's a silent longing to become something greater, to rise into the most powerful, most honest, most fearless version of themselves. But most people, they quit before they ever get there. They let pain dictate their future. They surrender to fear, to patterns, to history. But not you. Not anymore. Whatever it is that's been running through your family, depression, poverty, anger, addiction, silence, I pray with everything in me that your story becomes the interruption, that when life looks back at your bloodline, it sees the chain until it hits you, the one who didn't pass it on, the one who faced it down and said, "This ends with me." Because I don't just want to survive. I want to dominate. I want to conquer. I want the world to look and say, that one didn't break. I'm the best ever. Not out of arrogance, but because I refuse to accept less from myself. I am the most brutal, the most vicious, the most relentless champion there's ever been. Not because I was born that way, but because I bled for it, I hurt for it, and I earned it. There's no one who can stop me. No excuse, no pain, no past. I am Lynx. I am a conqueror. And no, not even fate can stand in my way. I'm the best ever, not because the world said it, but because I decided it. And when you find your why, something inside you changes. You stop hitting snooze on your dreams. You stop making excuses. You stop waiting for the right time, the right people, or the right conditions. Because when your why is strong enough, the how finds a way. You start showing up differently. And maybe success doesn't come overnight. Maybe you fall short again and again. But you know what? You get better, day by day, inch by inch. Because it's not about the finish line, it's about what you become on the way there. It's in the early mornings when no one is watching. It's in the silent hours when everyone else is sleeping and you're still grinding. It's in the missed meals, the skipped breaks, the long nights when your body screams for rest but your purpose screams louder. It's in the reps, the countless invisible thankless reps, the ones nobody claps for, but you do them anyway. And yes, people might have called you crazy. They might have said you were obsessed, out of your mind, chasing something that didn't even exist yet. But you saw it. You believed in it. You stayed when others quit. And now that it's coming to life, you realize something deep. Nothing can stop you. Not anymore. Because you didn't just build a dream. You built the version of yourself who was strong enough to carry it. Get up now and work. No more waiting, no more wishing, no more hoping that something will change on its own. If you've fallen, if you've quit before, that's okay. Go back, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and try one more time. Because sometimes all it takes is that one more try to shift your entire life. That voice in your head, the one that whispers, I can't do this, it's too hard, it's not possible. That voice is lying to you, it's not protecting you, it's limiting you. So stop feeding it, stop giving it power, and instead, just do it. Do it scared, do it unsure, do it tired, but do it anyway, in the name of becoming everything you were meant to be. Because listen to me, you were not born to lose. You were not brought into this world to stay average, to stay small, to live beneath your potential. You were born a winner. It's in your blood. It's in your soul. It's in the very way your heart keeps beating, no matter how hard life gets. You're a winner, not because the world said so, but because you decide to act like one. You were born to be great, and maybe life has tried to convince you otherwise. Maybe the world tried to break you down. But deep inside, there's still that fire. You just have to believe in it, believe in yourself, because once you believe it, the world will have no choice but to believe it too. I need you to focus, not on the noise, not on the distractions, not on your doubts, but on why you were born in the first place. What are you doing here? Why are you still breathing? Because your life, it's not an accident. There are dreams planted inside you. There are goals with your name written on them. There are moments in time that were waiting for you to show up and take your place. You were born with purpose. You were born with a mission. And no matter how far you've drifted from it, it's still there waiting for you to wake up and remember. So I'm telling you right now, get up. Are you hearing me? Get up. Get up from your misery. Get up from the weight you've been carrying like it defines you. Get up from the story you keep telling yourself that you're not enough. that you're too broken, too tired, too late. Get up and start climbing. Climb out of the shadows. Climb out of your fear. Climb until you see the light that's been waiting for you this whole time. Get up right now and recognize who you are. Not who they said you were, but who you've always been underneath the pain. Get up and climb, because this moment, this very breath, it's not just another day, Tai. It's a chance to begin again. This is that New Year's energy, that fire, that battery in your back, that second wind in your soul, the push you've been waiting for, to finally rise, to finally break through, and to finally make the changes that your future self is begging you to make. Don't stand there and tell me you want to go to the next level if you're not willing to roll your sleeves up and get your hands dirty. Don't tell me you've got big dreams but you're too afraid to struggle for them. Are you really going to let life beat you down for another year? Are you really going to drag the same pain, the same habits, the same excuses into another season of your life? Or are you finally going to rise up and say, enough is enough, that's it. No more waiting, no more hoping things change on their own. It's time to wake up. It's time to listen. It's time to focus, man. Let's go. It's time. No more resolutions that fade after a week. No more empty promises to yourself. This year, this moment, this chapter, it's not about saying it. It's about doing it. We're done talking. We're about that action now, about showing up when it's hard, about pushing when it hurts, about doing the thing even when the motivation is gone. We're about follow-through, real, relentless, uncompromising follow-through. No matter the mood, no matter the odds. That's the new standard. That's the new identity. And as a matter of fact, from this day forward, let your motto, not just for this year, but for the rest of your life, be this: follow through, no matter what. You've got one life to live. Just one shot at this, one chance to leave your mark, to find your purpose, to get it done. So the question is, how much time are you really willing to give to this? How much of yourself are you willing to pour in, without holding back, without waiting for the perfect moment that may never come? Because there always comes that day, the one that wakes you up. For some, it hits them young, on a baseball field, standing alone after another strikeout, when the sting of failure burns so deep, it forces you to decide whether you'll fold or fight. For others, it comes later, maybe when you get fired from your 5th job, your pride crushed, your confidence shaken, and the weight of your world crashing down. Your wife, your kids, looking at you with eyes that are desperate for answers. And in that moment, it's no longer about dreams or goals. It's about survival. It's about responsibility. It's about what kind of man you're going to become when life pushes you to the edge. Will you break or will you rise? That's the question life keeps asking. And one day you're going to have to answer. There comes a day, and trust me, it will come, when push turns into shove, when the taste of mediocrity becomes unbearable, when being average doesn't just disappoint you, it burns you from the inside out. It gnaws at your soul, because something deep inside knows this isn't what you were built for. You see, it's easy to say, I want to be great, or one day I'll be a professional bodybuilder, or one day I'll make it, especially when you've got all the time in the world and no real pressure. But in reality, nothing ever goes as planned. Not in this brutal, unpredictable world. The longer you live, the more clearly you see the truth. Pain, suffering, and futility aren't exceptions. They're constants. Everywhere you turn, behind every smile, behind every victory, behind every dream, there are shadows. Wherever there is light, darkness will follow. As long as there are winners, the defeated will always exist. And for every ounce of love you try to protect, hatred will be born to challenge it. That's the balance of the world we live in. And that's why step one isn't just a strategy. It isn't just about planning, goals, or information. It's psychological. It's internal warfare. Because what good are tactics when your spirit's not in the fight? What good is knowledge if you don't have the fire to move forward? If I don't have the motivation, that relentless inner drive, then none of it matters. Not the gym, not the business, not the dream, nothing. So you better find your reason. You better build that mental armor, because if you don't, the world will eat you alive. So is step one psychological in some way? Absolutely. That's where it all begins. Not on the stage, not in the spotlight, but in the silence, in the shadows of your own mind. The truth is, so many people forget that we can't change what's already happened. The past is gone, etched in time. But what we can change is what's coming. We can learn from the pain, grow from the mistakes, move forward with the fire that wasn't there before. But that only happens if you're willing to do the work that no one else sees. I'm talking about the part of you that nobody claps for, your integrity when nobody's watching. Where's your discipline when it's just you in the room? Where are your values when there's no reward in sight? What do your habits look like when there's no one around to validate you? Come on, don't tell me you want it if you're not living it behind the scenes. What kind of work are you putting in when the cameras are off? When the crowd is gone, that's where greatness is born. Not in applause, but in the silence where your true self lives. So come on, drop down and give me 50. Write it again. Believe it again. Record the song one more time. Sing again, fight again, create again. I'm not just talking to the athlete. I'm not just talking to the musician. I'm talking to you. The version of you that knows this is the moment you either give up or go all in. Come on. Who are you out there? You can't live like this one more day, pretending, delaying, hiding. You get up. You get off your ass and you create something. Something that's always been there inside you, screaming to come out, but you kept it locked away. Why? Because deep down, you knew. Once you unwrap it, there's no going back. It'll demand everything. Your pain, your discipline, your commitment. But that's the price of becoming who you were always meant to be. I need you to get up. I need you to wake up. This isn't just another day, this is the time of your life. Don't you dare let it slip through your fingers. Don't you dare stay asleep while your calling waits for you. I need you to rise, not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Because we've got work to do, we've got battles to fight, we've got purpose to fulfill. If you're going to do it, if you're going to accomplish what you said you would, if you're going to achieve something that lasts beyond you, then you've got to be willing to move even when it's unclear, even when the path is cold, when the dream looks crazy, when your mind is filled with doubt. You move anyway. You push anyway. Because greatness doesn't wait for perfect timing. And here's the truth you need to understand. There's a massive difference between contribution and commitment. And if you don't know that difference, you'll never finish what you started. See, everybody wants to contribute to destiny. Everyone wants to be a part of something powerful, as long as it's convenient. But commitment costs. Commitment shows up when it's hard. Commitment keeps going when no one's watching. Everyone wants to touch purpose, but nobody wants to bleed for it. So I'm telling you, don't just contribute to your destiny. Commit to it. Own it. Fight for it. Give your whole self to it, because that's the only way you'll ever become the person you were truly born to be. The light is there, even if you can't see it yet, even if the shadows around you feel heavy, the light is still there. It's at the end of the tunnel, and it's been waiting for you this whole time. No matter how dark it's been up until this point, No matter how heavy your past, no matter how many nights you spent questioning your worth or your path, the light has never left. It's still shining, waiting for you to keep walking, to keep breathing, to keep believing. And if you truly want to experience peace, if you're searching for sustained happiness, the kind that doesn't fade when the noise fades, it starts with one thing: discipline. Because discipline is more than a rule or a routine. It is the foundation of everything. It is how you build strength in silence, how you create momentum when motivation dies. It's how you protect your peace and fight for your future when no one else understands. So don't say you can't. Don't trap yourself in the limits you've placed in your own mind. Don't speak failure into something that hasn't even begun. And don't come into this with expectations like, if I show up, this better happen. No, you show up because it must happen, because your future depends on it. You show up because you're tired of living in the dark and you're ready to walk toward the light even if your legs are shaking. You show up because your destiny is too important to leave to chance. And that light, it's still there, waiting. So now the only question is, will you keep moving until you reach it? Just show up and put the work in, that's it. No magic formula, no shortcut, no secret ingredient. Just get up. When it's hard, when it's cold, when your body doesn't want to move and your mind is whispering every excuse, get up anyway. Wake up early, feel the silence before the world stirs, and move. Do some kind of workout, not to look perfect, but to train your mind to keep going. Eat food that fuels you, not just comforts you. Clean your room, not because someone told you to, but because order outside creates order inside. Make a list, not of dreams, but of responsibilities. Things you know you were meant to do in this life. And then when morning comes again, do them, one by one, whether you feel like it or not, whether it's fun or not. That's what discipline really is. Discipline is not glamorous, it's not loud. It's quiet suffering, it's focused repetition. It's practice when no one's watching. It's pushing yourself when you're alone in the room and no applause is coming. It's sacrificing comfort for growth. And then, without even realizing it, one day something shifts. You start getting better. Not overnight, but slowly, steadily, powerfully. And then you get better again, and again, and again. That's how greatness is built. One small act at a time, one quiet battle at a time. So just show up, and keep showing up. So be careful, very careful, that your daily routine is actually leading you toward the place you say you want to go, because time is slipping whether you use it well or not. Every hour you spend is an investment, either in your future or your regret. Don't waste it chasing distractions dressed up as productivity. I look at people like Warren Buffett, one of the most successful minds of our time, and what does he do? He reads 6 hours a day, that's it. Nothing flashy, nothing complicated. But what it does require is discipline. It requires the ability to tune out the noise, to insulate yourself from the constant opinions, doubts, and expectations of the world. You simply cannot listen to everyone. You cannot let popular opinion dictate your personal path, because if you do, you'll never hear your own voice. And that voice, your vision, your inner compass, is what you need now more than ever. You've got to have a goal. You've got to have a dream so real, so vivid, that it pulls you through the dark days. You've got to be hungry and not just interested, but starving to become what you were meant to be. And once you've got that hunger, that vision, then comes the real test: discipline. Because motivation, that's just a spark. A good speech can light you up for a day. But discipline is the fuel that keeps the fire burning long after the feeling fades. It's what keeps you moving when the excitement is gone, when progress is slow, when nobody's clapping, and the results haven't shown up yet. That's the difference between wishing and winning. So get disciplined, not because it's easy, but because your future depends on it. You've got to start making the most out of every situation, no matter where you are, no matter how far behind you feel, no matter how unfair life has been. That starts with discipline, mental discipline, emotional discipline. Stop handing the steering wheel of your life to your circumstances. Enough with the excuses. Enough with waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect help. Get after it where you are, right here, right now. Say it out loud, and say it like you mean it. I am in control of my destiny. It doesn't belong to your past. It doesn't belong to your failures. It belongs to you. There's a fire inside of you. More strength than you've ever accessed. More wisdom than you've ever trusted. More fight than you've ever dared to unleash. You just forgot, and now it's time to remember. Because this life, this precious, brutal, beautiful life, it has no room left for your excuses. Most people give up on themselves far too easily. They fall once and think it's over. But not you, not anymore. The human spirit, your spirit, was never meant to fold under pressure. It was made to rise in the heat of it. So when that alarm clock goes off at 4 or 5 in the morning, and your body whispers no, you don't negotiate. You rise, you move, you remind yourself, this is what we do now. This is the mindset of the disciplined, the desperate, the dangerous, the ones who have nothing left to lose and everything left to prove. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what your story is. The rules are the same for all of us. Either you learn what it takes, or you stay stuck. Either you build the habits that take you forward, or you keep living the ones that are pulling you down. The fun time, that's over. Now it's about legacy. No more waiting. No more playing small. No more hiding in distractions, scrolling through feeds, complaining about the boss, avoiding the work, counting the hours like your time doesn't matter. Because here's the truth. If you're not disciplined, then nothing meaningful can be built. No dream, no business, no greatness. You say you want more? Then get after it. Nobody's going to hand it to you. You've got to rise, decide, and fight for it. Every single day. Are you that person who's always got a reason, always got a story, always got someone else to blame? You want the big life, the dream, the success, the freedom. But you've made a habit of pointing fingers. It's your parents. It's your past. It's your neighborhood. It's your upbringing. It's everything but you. Let me ask you something. Is that really you? Because if it is, I want you to hear this. You could have changed. You could have transformed your body. You could have built that business. You could have fixed that relationship. You could have made something powerful out of your pain. But you chose not to. And every single day, you're still choosing. You chose comfort over growth, excuses over effort. You chose the life you're living right now. And here's the question that matters more than anything. Are you going to choose the same thing again for another 365 days? Or are you going to finally, fully, and fiercely take action? This year, this moment, is your shot. And no more pretending that it's going to come easy. No more hoping that one day something will magically click. This is not about luck. This is about mental fortitude. Because when your mind is unbreakable, nothing can stop you. Not fear, not failure, not fatigue. You've got to remove every ounce of doubt from your system, every shadow of fear that's held you back. You've got to walk into this year with your chest out, your head high, and your vision locked in. You've got to own it, Stop watching life like it's a movie you're not a part of. Stop sitting on the sidelines cheering for everyone else's wins while you ignore your own potential. You weren't born to be a spectator. You weren't born to be a follower, a scroller, a fan of someone else's grind. You were born to build, to create, to become. So this year, no more just watching. No more being a groupie to someone else's story. Be the main character in your own life. And it starts by doing two things: showing up and never quitting. Trust me when I say this, one book a week can change your entire life. It's not just about the pages, it's about opening your mind. One book a week isn't just a habit, it's a gateway. A gateway to new thinking, to clarity, to building something greater than yourself. And maybe it's not just books. Maybe it's time to finally go and get that certification. Maybe it's time to go back to school, not just to earn a piece of paper, but to sharpen your mind, to elevate your game, to become the kind of expert that no one can ignore. You already know the two things you need to do. Deep inside, you've always known. You've just been distracted. But if you can lock in, if you can find the courage to do these two things consistently, I promise you this next year will not be like the last. This next year will be yours. It doesn't matter how you feel. It doesn't matter if you love the task or hate it. What matters is the result. And if you want the result, you've got to show up. You've got to do the work, day in, day out, rain or shine, tired or not, motivated or not, just show up. Because right now, the only thing that lies ahead of you is a series of blank pages, and no one else is going to write your story. You hold the pen. You are the author. You are the force that will shape what's next. So start writing with your actions. Start building with your time. Start becoming who you were always meant to be. It's not too late. It's never too late. The life you've always dreamed of is still within reach. But now, it's time to stop dreaming and start doing. Are you finally ready? Ready to stop running in circles, to silence that voice of self-doubt that's been holding you back for far too long? Are you ready to break free from the endless cycle of overthinking, second-guessing, and watching your potential slip by like sand through your fingers? This isn't just about changing habits. This is about transforming who you are. It's about stepping up and deciding that you won't let your thoughts trap you anymore. Because once you build that mental strength, once you truly commit to inner discipline, you'll discover something powerful, that you are capable of anything. Yes, anything. You can rise above that diagnosis. You can walk across that graduation stage. You can launch that business, and you can prove every doubt, including your own, completely wrong. But none of that will happen if you keep waiting for something outside of you to change your life. No miracle is coming. No hero is arriving. You are the author. You are the answer. And if you refuse to change what's hurting you, then whether you admit it or not, you're choosing it. If you walk into 2025 hating the body you see in the mirror, and you still don't take action, then you are choosing to live in that discomfort. If you feel unloved, unhappy, disconnected in your relationship, and you still don't have the courage to address it, you are choosing that pain. If every single morning you dread getting out of bed, dragging yourself to a job that drains you, yet you don't even try to build something new, then you are choosing a life that doesn't fulfill you. But here's the beautiful, powerful truth. You have the power to change everything. That strength you've been looking for, it's already inside of you. It always has been. The only question left is, will you finally use it? You don't need me. You don't need a mentor, a friend, a motivational video, or the world's permission to tell you what you're capable of. You just need you, that fire inside you, that voice you keep trying to ignore. It's time to lock in. Focus, truly focus, not just for a moment, but with every breath, every choice. Because if all you ever do is talk about what you're going to do, dream about what could be, and never actually do the work, then don't be surprised when every year looks exactly the same. Empty promises, missed chances, nothing real. If you're not mentally strong enough, you'll never be strong enough to reach that version of your life you say you want. So lock in, commit. Everything you want, that dream, that lifestyle, that breakthrough, it's all possible. But only if you stop breaking down and start breaking through. Keep pushing, keep grinding, keep climbing, even when it hurts, even when nobody's watching, even when it feels like progress is invisible. Because one day you'll look up and see your life unfolding in front of you, bigger than you imagined, your bank account overflowing, your mind calm, your soul at peace, a life of focus, a life of meaning, a life where you wake up and go after it with everything you've got. This isn't just another year on the calendar. This is the year to win. This is the year you stop watching others live and finally start showing up in your own life. And it starts with two simple, powerful things: strong habits and relentless discipline. That's your foundation. That's your transformation. And I promise you, if you lock in, this will be your year. The life you dream about. It's not hiding out there in some distant future. It's not waiting behind luck or some magical opportunity. It's right here, right now, in your hands. And the truth is simple, but hard to swallow. What you don't change, you choose. Every time you hit snooze on that alarm, every time you make an excuse instead of a move, you're choosing to stay the same. Are you really going to let that version of you, the tired, lazy, unmotivated version, run the show? Or will you finally decide, enough is enough? Will you walk into your job tomorrow with a mindset so sharp, so focused, that you either rise up in it or rise out of it and start building your own dream? You're standing at the edge of two roads. One leads to change. The other keeps you exactly where you are. And whether you admit it or not, you get to choose. This is a battle of the mind. And when your mind is trained, when it's wired for resilience, there is no room for negative self-talk. There is no room for doubt. All you know is finish. All you see is forward. You build that mental fortitude inside you, and once it's built, nothing, no one, no setback will break you. You live with fire in your chest, all gas, no brakes, no holding back, only forward, maximum effort, maximum soul. If you want your life to explode into something greater, then commit to just two things, not 10, just two. Maybe you need new friends. Maybe you need to wake up before the sun. Maybe you need to push your body until your mind catches up. Maybe you need to feed your mind, read, learn, grow. But whatever your two things are, choose them and don't let go. This is about believing in you. So when 2025 shows up, you walk into it with a new energy, with elevation in your thoughts, with fire in your decisions, with a mindset built to win. And it's not just about what you do in the morning, it's about how you prepare the night before. Do you set your intentions? Do you hold your word? Do you respect your own time? That's what separates the dreamers from the doers. And if you're serious about this next chapter, then make this your rule. No more excuses. Only action. Only discipline. Only results. This is your year. This is your time. This is your moment. And no one else can live it for you. No one else can fight your battles, face your demons, or walk your path. You have to own it. with everything you've got. This next year, it's yours for the taking. All you need to do is lock in, strip away the excuses, burn the bridge to the old you, burn the boats, eliminate the options. There is no backup plan. You're going in, all in, and this time you're coming out with a win. No negotiation, no maybe, just victory. Despite everything that's ever tried to break you, every failure, every heartbreak, every storm, you're still standing. And let me tell you something. That is not a mistake. That is purpose. There's a reason your heart is still beating, even after all the chaos. There's a reason your soul still fights even when your body feels tired. That reason? It's called life worth living. Don't you see it yet? You were never meant to just survive. You were meant to rise. And right now, in this moment, I need you to choose to live. I need you to stand up, breathe deep, and decide that you're not done. You've got more life in you, more strength in you, more fire left to give. Because here's what fear does. It adds up. Anxiety stacks, worry builds, trauma multiplies. All those voices in your head, they come together like a storm, like one heavy fist, trying to knock you down until you disappear. But I need you to hear me. If you just keep breathing, you'll make it. Breathe through the fear, breathe through the shaking, breathe through the tears. Just keep breathing. Because if you do, I promise, there's light coming. The darker the night, the brighter the morning. But you've got to fight for that morning. And if you want to win, you've got to do what the other man won't. You've got to suffer longer, focus harder, grind deeper. Because if you don't, you will get knocked off. I don't care how many people have written you off. I don't care how many times you told yourself it's over. Go back. Go back and finish what you started. Go back and win. This is your life. This is your fight. This is your year. Don't just exist. Live like you mean it. Listen to me, my friend. You and we're going to make it. I promise you that. But not just for us. We're going to break the curse. We're going to be the light our bloodline never had. We're going to pass something down that looks nothing like the pain we came from. And to do that, you're going to have to rise on the days you feel empty. On the mornings when your body says no, but your purpose says go. You're going to have to get up, fight back the doubt, and remind yourself that you were never built to break. Because I believe you're stronger than that. I believe you're capable of so much more than what you're giving. So bring it out. Bring it out every single day that you breathe, every morning that you wake up, every hour that you get to live on this earth. Bring out the absolute best version of who you are, because there's still work to do. There's still ground to cover. There's still lives you haven't touched, rooms you haven't walked into, deals you haven't closed, and people whose lives will be changed because you decided not to quit. There will be seasons when you feel exhausted. There will be moments where sleep feels like the only comfort, but your dreams, your calling, they're bigger than rest. You'll walk into rooms someday where everything changes, shake hands that shift your entire future, sign contracts that rewrite your story. But to get there, you've got to be willing to lose sleep now, sacrifice now, fight now. If you believe in the power of your future, you've got to start showing up like it's already real. You got the gift of another morning, another chance, another try. Don't take that lightly. Somebody else didn't get that gift today. Somebody else didn't make it to breakfast, didn't get to brush their teeth, walk out their front door, or kiss their loved ones goodbye. But you did. You're still here. So act like it matters. Move like it means something. Live like you were given this life for a reason, because you were. And that reason is waiting on you to show up fully, fiercely, and without apology. My friend, you've been given something sacred today. Another chance, another breath, another heartbeat, another opportunity to try again, to get it right, to rise. You get to do it all over again, but someone else doesn't. Someone else's time ran out, and they would give anything for what you've been handed today, so take it seriously. Don't waste it scrolling through distractions or making excuses that numb your fire. Take advantage of this time you've been gifted. Stand up, refocus. Look at me. What are you going to do now? This isn't a speech for your ears. This is a call to your soul. Let this be more than just another motivational moment. Let this be the one that shifts your identity, the moment that demands action. No more listening and waiting. It's time to go back and win. You and me, we're going to make it. But let me tell you what that really means. It means becoming the kind of person who gives again even after being emptied, who believes again even after being broken, who tries again even after failing, who picks up the shattered pieces and keeps rebuilding, even when their hands are tired and their heart is heavy. That's who we are. Because when you try enough, when you keep showing up, winning stops being a miracle and starts becoming your rhythm. Success becomes a lifestyle. Progress becomes your new oxygen. And consistency, that becomes your code of conduct. This is what we do. This is how we live now. But you're still waiting on that alarm clock to pull you out of bed. You're still relying on a sound to give your life momentum. You depend on that beep because deep down, it's easier than choosing to get up yourself. That alarm clock doesn't know your dreams. It doesn't care about your goals. It wasn't built for your future. You were. You keep living like tomorrow is guaranteed. You let laziness wrap around your ambition and choke the life out of your potential. It's time to hit the reset button. Right now. Not tomorrow, not next month. Now. Rebuild your life like it matters, because it does. Your life is precious. Fight for it like it's the only one you'll ever get, because it is. Pull yourself out of the abyss. Gasp for air if you have to. Breathe again. Move again. Dream again. Start living again. And when weakness starts whispering in your ear, you tell it to shut up. When excuses try to seduce you back into comfort, you silence them. When pity tries to wrap you in its fake comfort, reject it. No one is coming to save you, and that's okay. You don't need saving, you need awakening. You keep looking for a way out when the truth is you need to find a way in, deep in your heart, deep in your will, deep in your soul. Stop waiting. Stand up. Step forward. Help yourself. Find a way to win your life back. I know it's hard. I know you're tired. But don't you dare say you're done. You don't have permission to quit. You don't have permission to surrender to the pain, to the past, or to the pressure. You weren't built to break. You were built to fight. I never promised you it would be easy. And life? Life doesn't care about your plans. You will be judged. You will be laughed at. People will doubt you. They will talk behind your back. They will call your dreams crazy, and they will walk away when you need them most. Not everyone is going to cheer you on. Not everyone is going to believe in the fire that burns inside you. And yes, there will be moments when everything around you falls apart. Moments when you look in the mirror and feel shattered, lost, like your life is spinning off track and you can't catch up. But in that storm, when your mind is filled with noise telling you to quit, I want you to block it all out and listen to what I'm telling you now. You can put your life back together. Piece by piece, breath by breath, day by day, you have the faith, you have the strength, you have the wisdom, you have the power to rise, to rebuild, and to step back into your own light. No more saying you're not good enough. No more saying I tried. Stop trying, start doing. Start living like your life actually matters, because it does. Your life carries meaning. Your existence has purpose. Your strength is not something you have to find. It's already within you. It was there the day you were born. It's the reason you're still standing after everything you've been through. You don't need to beg for strength. You need to believe in what's already inside of you. There's something deep within your soul that's stronger than your pain, louder than your doubt, and greater than your fear. It's bigger than your current situation, bigger than this setback, and stronger than this season. Whatever you're facing right now, it won't last forever. This pain is temporary. This confusion is not permanent. Everything is shifting. Every single day, something is changing. In your life, in mine, in the lives of those you love. Time is not waiting. Life is not slowing down. So stop wasting your moments. Stop sitting in silence, doing nothing, watching the world move while your purpose waits for you. You only get so much time, and what you do with it will either become your legacy or your regret. Now get up and take your life back. People, keep this in mind. There's one truth none of us can run from, one reality we can't ignore. Death is coming for us all. The inevitable is not something we can escape, and that alone should wake something up inside you. Life is not a joke. It's not something to waste, to take lightly, to throw away like it means nothing. No, life is the most precious gift you will ever receive. And what you choose to do with it, how you choose to live it, that's entirely up to you. So take a moment and really think. Think about what you're doing with your time, with your days, with your breath. Because it matters. It all matters, I get it. I truly do. People are hurting. People feel lost, broken, tired. There are days you wake up and you don't even recognize the person in the mirror. There are nights you cry yourself to sleep. There are seasons where anger takes over, where pain becomes normal, where you feel like nobody understands. But let me tell you, you are not alone. You feel that way because you're human. And being human, it's not easy, it's not clean or perfect, it's raw, it's messy, it's exhausting. But here's the beautiful truth. Nobody can be you better than you. Nobody can walk your path, fight your battles, or carry your pain the way you do. You were built for your story. You were chosen for your journey. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, find a way to believe again. Find a way to see that your life still matters, that your heart still beats with purpose, that your story is not over. You can still rewrite it. You can still rebuild it. You can piece it back together with passion, with fire, with faith, with purpose. But you cannot do that if you stay stuck in misery, throwing yourself a pity party, waiting for someone else to rescue you. That's not living. That's surviving. And you were meant to live. You were meant to rise. Stop drowning in self-pity. Stop believing the lie that you are broken beyond repair. The world is what it is. People are who they are. Not everyone is going to be kind. Not everyone is going to care. Some people will hurt you. Some will betray you. And life? Life will move forward whether you're ready or not. It won't pause because you're having a rough day. But you're still here. You're still breathing. That alone makes it a good day. Maybe not a perfect day. Maybe not a pain-free day. But a good day because you made it. You survived. You're still alive. And that means there's still time to fight for more, to grow, to love, to rise. So don't waste this breath. Don't waste this gift. Your life still has so much more to give. Everybody's going to fall. Every single one of us. We're all going to get knocked down at some point, and by failure, by loss, by heartbreak, by life itself. But here's the truth. You don't have to stay there. You don't have to live in the dirt just because you tripped. You don't have to build a home in your lowest place. Ladies and gentlemen, as I've always said, get back up, dust yourself off, wipe the tears, and keep pushing forward, because no one's coming down there to save you. No one's going to crawl into your darkness and drag you into the light. You've got to get up. You've got to stand on your own feet. You've got to choose to fight back. Stop waiting. Stop looking around, hoping that someone somewhere will pull you out of the mess you didn't even need to be in. You keep searching. Who's going to rescue me? Who's going to fix it for me? No. Bail yourself out. Figure it out. Learn. Grow. Build. Don't wait on the world to give you a hand. Sometimes you've got to reach deep inside and pull yourself out with everything you've got. And while you're at it, stop depending on others to give you happiness, to give you peace, to give you direction. Because as long as you keep putting your future in someone else's hands, you will never own it. Have some integrity. Stand tall. Believe in something. Live by your principles, your morals, your truth. And don't sell yourself out for temporary approval, comfort, or escape. You don't need to hit rock bottom to start over. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to start. Right here, right now. Today. Take a step. Take a breath. Take control of your life and do something, anything that moves you forward. Ask yourself, how much time do you really think you have left? Life is not infinite. It's not guaranteed. Don't live like you're going to be here forever. Don't carry this illusion that misery is all you're good for. Don't you dare believe that lie. Let me make something clear to you. Those who've had it easy don't know what tough even feels like. But you've been through it. You've felt the pain. You've tasted the struggle. You've walked through fire. And because of that, you're stronger than most. So act like it. Rise like it. Live like it. Those who've had it easy, they will never truly understand what it means to be tough. They don't know what it feels like to cry in silence, to fight invisible battles, to wake up every day with the weight of the world pressing down on your chest. So don't you dare look to them for strength. That's not where you'll find it. That's not how this works. Strength doesn't come from ease. It comes from the storm, from surviving the pain, from pushing through the chaos. So put aside every excuse, every distraction, every self-pitying thought, and do better with your life. Rebuild it. Rebuild it brick by brick, choice by choice, step by step. Let your actions shout louder than your excuses ever could. Let your discipline speak louder than your doubt. Let every breath you take, every move you make, be filled with purpose. Let your effort run through your veins like fire. You say you want to reconstruct your life, but are you applying yourself? Are you fighting for your mind, your body, your spirit? Because if you're not actively working to better yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, then you're choosing to stay broken. You're choosing to stay stuck. Enough is enough. Enough with the weakness. You pour so much energy into your excuses, into your limits, into the lies that say you can't. But you won't pour that same energy into strength. If you're a man, then it's time to step up and be a better man. If you're a woman, then rise and be the strongest woman you've ever been, because we are fighting for our lives every single day. People won't always destroy your life. Sometimes it's just circumstances, seasons, pain that breaks things apart. But broken doesn't mean destroyed. Shattered doesn't mean it's over. Things fall apart, yes, but they can be put back together. You just have to decide you're worth the effort. You have to decide you won't stay down. Find a way to rise. Push through. Keep moving forward. Build something. Be productive, be resilient, be relentless, never quit, never give in. And from the bottom of my heart, Build your life like it's the most precious thing you'll ever own, because it is.